Hello, my fellow healers. My name is Adina, and in this pick a card reading, we're going to be talking about the energies of the full moon in Gemini that's going to be occurring on December 4th, in the sign of Gemini, obviously. Sorry, Mercury retrograde brain fart. I'm filming this ahead of time because when this hits, I will be on vacation. I will be on a cruise in the Caribbean. It's my birthday. So gift from my lovely partner to me. And so yeah, we have pile number 1, 2, and 3. Pile number 1 has this lovely peach moonstone. Pile number 2 has this lovely desert rose quartz selenite. Not rose quartz, desert rose selenite. Thank you. I will be putting all the names to all the crystals and their metaphysical properties in the info box, along with any of the card decks that I use. And then pile number 3 is this rose quartz. So the energies of Gemini are all about communication, and they're all about the ways in which we connect with each other. Now, those energies have been hampered somewhat because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and because Mercury retrograde was in its mirror sign of Sagittarius. People that have Gemini in their astrological chart, I have Gemini rising and a Sagittarius sun sign, so I was getting it from both sides. But people that have Gemini in their chart will feel the Mercury retrogrades more intensely, as will people who are born on Mercury retrograde, especially if they're born on Mercury retrograde in their corresponding sign. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. You want to take what resonates with you, leaving the rest behind, trusting you are exactly where you need to be right now in this moment. Pile number 1, 2, and 3. See the reading. Pile number 1. I apologize ahead of time. I am filming these videos ahead of time, and I do have a cold. And so yeah, with this lovely peach moonstone. And I always go with the tarot cards first. So we have the Queen of Discs, which is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Page of Swords and Page of Cups. Oh, and the Queen of Swords. I see what's happening here. So, one of the things the full moon is bringing in is things that you are going to be releasing. You're going to be releasing, some of you are releasing old jobs or careers that no longer resonate with you. But a lot of you are releasing capitalism and the hustle culture as well, with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the Page of Swords. You're no longer in the energy of learning how to discern. Your third eye is activated. Your intention is activated. And now you know what it is that you need to cut off. But at the same time, I think there might be a little resistance around doing that. It's kind of like the training wheels are off and now your intuition is fully awake, but and you know kind of what needs to go, but there's like this hesitance. Just to give you an idea, for me, I have a fear of water, and I'm facing that fear going on this trip, not of water, but of being in like the open ocean. And it took me a very long while to learn how to swim, and I'm still sort of facing my fears of the depth, right? And so there's this moment before you jump into the deep end, and it's like you have to how would I say it? You have to it's kind of, you just have to let go. You let go, you jump into the deep end, and then you release expectations. And that is literally what is sort of occurring, I think. That is literally what is occurring in your reality. So you know that you need to cut this thing off, but you're like hesitating. You're at that moment before you take the plunge. And once you do, you're going to arrive into your Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords energy is powerful. it's explosive. It's, it's, you know who you are. You are in charge of your destiny, and anything that gets in the way of that must go. And with this Page of Cups, you are moving in a more heart-centered way. You're moving in a more beautiful and constructive way. You are opening up your heart to others and being vulnerable. And the things that were holding back your emotional growth are actually being released, because you are recognizing that this old career, capitalism, or whatever was holding you back from being fully who you are, being fully in your power. Pile number 1. Let's see. Dear John, rejection, cold hard truth, breaking up, setting boundaries, divorce, strange situation, it's not you, it's me, the end, final word, cutting cord, something's not working. And this 5 is change. There's a Capricorn here. And so you definitely, Capricorn rules all things career, all things, all things striving, moving up the ladder. You're releasing all of that. Some of you are quiet quitting because you can't afford to quit right away, and you're pursuing your passion projects. Others of you are just literally leaving, walking away. Maybe you're moving to a completely different country or something, and you're just like completely walking away. Maybe you have the financial wherewithal, you've saved, and now you're like, hey, I have options, and I don't want to be in this job anymore because it's sucking the life out of me, and now I want to pursue something else. It might be your own business. It might be an artistic pursuit. It might be just traveling around the world until you figure out where you land. But that is where you are, and you're being with this, I feel like with a peach moonstone. It's like a sort of this soft intuition. You're really feeling your way through life right now, pile number 1, and it's a beautiful way to engage with the world. You're really asking yourself, in my energy, how do these places and things resonate with me? How do I feel when I'm around this person, when I'm in this job, when I'm in this country, even when I'm in this place where I live? How do I feel? Do I feel fulfilled? Or do I feel like this isn't it? Look at this. Saren, sorrow and remedy. We tend to mistake our existence for pain. Open your eyes. Witness the divinity within your life. Yes. You don't have to be in a situation that pains you, even as scary as it is. All you have to do is step away from that situation. Yeah. I feel like this is a new precipice for you. And with this owl here, you're engaging your inner wisdom. And look, this moon, in this full moon energy, you're really connecting to yourself. You're engaging with who you are as a being. It's a soul level. It's soul success. You're not measuring your success by your finances or anything like that anymore. Pile number 1. Wow, what a beautiful reading. If you feel drawn, grab a piece of peach moonstone. It's very gentle and healing stone, and I think you would really connect to it, pile number 1, for the journey ahead. And I think that this journey will really start to culminate when you release this old financial situation or place being. I think it's a job. It's either a job or it's like a place where you live, where you want to move somewhere else. It will be like the world is your oyster. You will open up to this whole new like reality, or like you'll be like, I didn't even know life could be like this. This will feel like this amazing. And I think that the full moon in Gemini is going to usher that in for you. In other words, you're communicating with yourself, your higher self, your soul. Instead of communicating with everybody else, you are in touch with you, who you are at your core, pile number 1. And you're following that vibration, and you're following that message that you're getting from yourself and listening to it. It's a beautiful thing. Well, if that resonated with you, please like and subscribe with the yellow heart emoji or a full moon emoji, and I will see you in the next one. Pile number 1. Bye. Okay, pile number 2 with this desert rose selenite. Yeah, this is a very fragile. You can't even put it in water. It's even more fragile than regular selenite. Oh my gosh, selenite is like cellulite is like water that's being held in your interstitial fluids that can't go anywhere. So maybe pile number 2, there might be a flow message or some kind of sacral chakra healing in here. We'll see. Let's see what happens. This has been coming up a lot. Wow. So it comes up again, and I know because I filmed it ahead of time in the, I want to say pile number 2 for the full moon or new moon in Sagittarius reading. So this pile, I feel like I need to say before I even start, might be drawn to that. The Emperor. Yeah. Justice. The High Priestess. Okay. There is some kind of a group you are around, whether it's friends, family. They are, I guess, sort of like not wanting you to follow your intuition. With the High Priestess, that is like your inner wisdom. And your inner wisdom is out of whack. We see this as number 2, which is the Gemini, right? So during the full moon and in Gemini, you are going to be working on releasing that. And there's somebody, for some of you, the other thing that is coming out of the maybe a friends group or family putting you in the dark might be because you were owed some kind of legacy, inheritance, or money, or a home, or some kind of legacy. Maybe even like artwork that somebody, or any kind of legacy. I just read a story about a group of brothers that found an old comic book. It was the original 1938 Superman comic book, and they got this legacy from their mom. They were able to sell that for $9 million because there's only like 500 copies, and that was like one of the best copies that they found as far as it in being intact. And that's coming up for me because I think some of you might be squabbling over inheritance, or maybe you don't know you're owed part of an inheritance. And that will come to light during like the Mercury retro. Maybe it came to light during Mercury retro, a time when secrets were coming out when Mercury retro was in Sagittarius, and then it morphed into Scorpio, right? Which rules money and sex and sensuality and all that. So yeah, I feel like that secret came out around that time, and then full moon in Gemini is you sort of dealing with the fallout. You're releasing a lot of old attitudes you had towards the people that you may have trusted. And this is like whatever this is, and some of you it's not money, some of you it's a way of thinking, and they don't want you to go down that line of thinking because they want to control you essentially, and they want to control like your life. That's what I'm getting. And a lot of you might be really interested in social justice, and maybe your family is more conservative and doesn't want you to claim justice for certain groups, like your family and friends group, and it's preventing you from moving into your full power, into this emperor state. So for some of you, it's an emotional, philosophical thing where you have these forward ways of thinking, and the friends group, family group, people around you want to stifle that. They don't want to encourage it, discourage it forcefully, actually. Or through subtle ways, passive aggressive ways. And for others of you, there is some kind of legacy or family money or something that you're owed, and somebody is either hiding the fact that you're owed that, or there's like a back and forth struggle over that. Know that with this card, you will be vindicated, and you will get justice. If you are a person who is in a marginalized community like the LGBTQ community, or something like that, or maybe you're an atheist and your family believes, is Christian and conservative Christian, or maybe you are a liberal politics and your family is not. You just sort of towing the line and not not following your own intuition is not serving you. You need to make a stand and be like, this is what I believe. And that, especially if it's affecting you, like maybe you're female presenting, biologically female, right? And you are like against the taking away of reproductive rights, and it's really, really impacting you personally. Maybe you're in a red state that's impacting you personally. So you need to, not back down on these types of things, because they're a core part of who you are. And in denying that, you're denying yourself and not moving into your full power. Pile number 2. That's literally what I'm getting for you. So if it's an inheritance, it will come to light. You will get justice and you will get what you deserve. Inheritance, legacy. If it is some kind of situation where you are grappling over ideals, philosophies, and sort of like tradition versus a liberal way of thinking or being, you are perfectly right, and you will be justified, and you will move into a social justice space for holding the beliefs that are on the side of humanity and that are on the side of good, essentially. Pile number 2. Let's see what the other cards have. Virtue and proficiency. Dance to the rhythm of your spirit. Become one with the universe. Dance to the rhythm of your spirit. Pile number 3. Don't let anybody else's rhythm affect you. You are dancing to the beat of a different drum. Literally. They're dancing to an old, outdated one, and you have changed the rhythm. And because they cannot follow the rhythm of that drum, it is really frustrating to them. However, continue to dance your own unique rhythm. Oh, I've never seen this. Autumn Car, unconditional love, romance, soulmates, uncommon bond, devoted, always tenderness, timeless, constant affection, best friends, appreciation, unchanging, infinite love. This is the love you have for yourself. Pile number 3. Give yourself unconditional, infinite love. It's also a message, I feel, that Spirit is sending somebody else in, some kind of a soul tribe, or a person who is on the same page as you if you're in an isolated community where you are the odd man out, right? Where you are the black sheep, where you are the persona non grata. There's going to be somebody, whether it's online or a person, just feels like they're coming in person though. And they are going to be somebody that supports you in your belief system, somebody that is standing beside you as you defend your right to be, your right to exist, and your right to believe the way you believe. Pile number 2. Well, that is what I have for you. Please keep if you do use crystals, please keep a desert rose selenite. It will clear your energy, it will clear negativity, and it will help you calmly and peacefully navigate any disagreements or emotions that might come up because of the differences between you and the ones that you love. Pile number 2. Well, that is what I have for you. And hopefully I didn't say pile number 3, but this is still Mercury retro, so I might have. If you liked this and it resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and comment below with a yellow heart emoji or a full moon emoji. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Pile number 3 with this lovely rose quartz. Let's see what the universe has in store for you. 4 of Cups. The Lovers. Oh. Some of you might be attracted to pile number 3. Yeah. In the new moon in Sagittarius reading, you are at a bridge in your life. You're kind of at an impasse. The full moon, during Mercury retrograde, you might have gone through a complete tower moment or something and come to realizations. That realization is that you wanted to change. I feel like you, several things might have happened at once. You might have lost a job, you might have lost a relationship, and at the same time, maybe even your living situation is in flux. You made many choices. You had to make many tough choices, And with this Four of Cups right now, you are in recuperation over the holidays. Use rose quartz energy to really nurture and heal your heart chakra, pile number 3. And also, this is a time for you to just completely go into self-soothing mode. You've kind of been through a lot. So whatever you need to do, whether it's like taking warm baths, whether it's cuddling up with your fur baby, whether it is reading a very comforting novel, or watching a watch show that you've always watched, whatever it is, it might be going to a movie or a museum or sitting down in a coffee shop and people watching, or just going out in nature and hiking on a trail. Do what soothes your soul. I do see that for some of you, a new romance is going to come in, probably somewhere around the new year, or the new moon in Sagittarius as well is a possibility. And some of you are investing in a new skill at the same time in order to up your job marketability. Some of you are going back to school, and some of you are looking for work that will support you learning a new skill. That's what I'm getting. This transitionary Three of Wands period is where you are sort of stepping out into the unknown a little bit. There's a little bit of Fool energy wrapped up in this, but you're at a transition point. You're looking towards the horizon, and that's a great place to be. Definitely plan out any of your steps, but this does look the future does look bright for you, despite the fact that you had a lot of tower moments or chaos throughout Mercury retrograde that changed your life. Pile number 3. Very likely the outcome is likely to occur. Yeah, very likely. Look at that nature. You might want to go out into nature, walk, breathe, dance, do something amazing. Yeah, if you're asking, yes. And with this 3, I would say within the next 3 months. So some of you might be drawn to my New Moon in Sagittarius reading. That's going to be occurring on the 19th. So, yeah, some of you might be drawn to that. I think like pile 2 or 3. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, within the next 3 months, you're probably going to meet somebody. Try to move slowly into this because, again, I sense that some of you are completely either rehauling and changing careers and going back to school for something new, or you're going back to school within an existing career to up your skills and your salary. Wisdom and affinity. Duality teaches us that in order to love, we must bind together what differentiates us. I think this has to do with, look at that, Gemini. This has to do with the new person that comes in. The new person that comes in might be someone completely different than the kind of person that you would normally choose. Maybe that is in the looks department. Maybe that is in the sort of, maybe it's there of a different socioeconomic standing. Maybe like if you are a blue collar person and you're like, elites, and then they're a person that was born with a silver spoon in their mouth, or vice versa. Maybe you are like of a high socioeconomic intellectual standing and there's this salt of the earth blue collar person that comes in and you're attracted to them. And so explore that attraction, because I think it's going to be an opposites attract sort of situation. And within that duality and the opposite, you are going to learn and you're going to grow as an individual. I see this being a very passionate and loving binding too. Yeah. Your differences will be a strength and not a separation. Healing and disillusion. Treat your healing with resilience. Rub your bruises gently. Yeah, look at that. You are still in that healing space. It's okay to sort of put your head in the sand and just be with your feelings. Feel all your feelings in this full moon, and you can write down what you want to release and take it and burn it in a candle. You can go out to the ocean and hold your rose quartz and to release all of the sadness into the ocean water, you know, grounded down into the sand, into the core of the earth. Hold your rose quartz. Talk to spirit and have an intention to be healed. Pile number 3. Yeah, what a beautiful reading. That is all that I have for you. I feel like you're going to really be drawn to rose quartz. If this reading resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Comment below with a yellow heart or a full moon emoji. Like, subscribe, and comment, please. It helps build my channel and it helps up my engagement. I am a fledgling channel, but I'm going to keep on going, and slowly but surely, if you do have somebody that you know that is into astrology, and you enjoyed this reading, please encourage them to like, subscribe, and help me build my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.